Hey guys, this is Comics G-Man, and I'm going to do an Avengers Doomsday trailer reaction. I'm going to break it down scene by scene, what they show us in here. So let me tell you what I think about it, I guess. All right, so you know what? I will make this full screen. But I'm not going to play it because the last time I played the trailer, I got copyright strikes. But, you watch the trailer, come up with your own conclusions. I want to ask you to do that first. To my viewers and my audience who have their own mind and you have your own thoughts, watch the trailer yourself. Come to your own conclusions. Like it, don't like it, hate it, love it. I don't care what you think about it, but I want you to first watch it on your own, then come back to me and reflect off of it. And whether you disagree or agree with me, I want you to talk about this because I'm tired of people just swallowing this and not talking about it and getting angry at people who don't like it because we're just supposed to accept this. Now, I was at work and all the people at work were saying, did you see the new Doomsday stuff? Did you see everything that they showed? I'm like, no, I didn't because I'm not on the internet every fucking second. No, I'm kidding. I didn't say that. But I'm not looking for these trailers every minute. I'm not that interested in the movies. I just like the comics. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. And all these people who are so excited about these movies don't read a single comic. That's fine. If you don't read the comics and you like these movies, that's fine. All right? But I'm just tired of everybody imposing this on me. And what I mean by that is you don't read the comics. So when I say I don't like a movie and it's just my opinion and you get annoyed at me, it's like, well, I mean, don't you wonder that maybe I just have a different perspective because I actually read the comics compared to other people? And I know movies aren't going to be just like the comics. I'm not saying it for that. I'm just saying, honestly, these movies are shit. They're slop. It's true. They're slop. Now look, let's look at this scene, right? This looks like AI. I'm going to be honest with you. They got this whole thing. Here's Dr. Doom hanging out in his place. And there's something very off about it. It looks very much like CGI, this scene here. It doesn't look good. There's something off about it. Here's Vanessa Kirby's Sue talking about Victor and how Victor is, he's done something bad. And here's Ian McKellen's Magneto. Here's Chris Evans, Captain America, and they're all talking about Victor. And there's Victor looking at a portrait of his mother. Obviously it's referencing his mother. I mean, we all know Victor has went to hell to save his mother in the comics, all that cool stuff. All right, at least they're getting a suit. Cool. Here's all the lame characters I don't care about. There's Thor. Whatever. Well, I'm telling you, I watched this. I was not impressed with it. Everybody at work was like, oh. Everybody at work was like that about Brand New Day, about every fucking new thing Marvel throws down the way. Now, the good thing is, at least none of them watch DC movies or DC TV shows, so I don't have to hear them glaze over that, thankfully. I don't like that shit either anymore. But the Marvel stuff is still hanging around. That's not going away. I can't wait for the day where people just stop talking about this shit. Here's ruined cities, I guess, that Doom is responsible for. Here's Mr. Fantastic, Pedro Pascal saying, Victor, what did you do? What did you do? And Victor's like, I got Pedro Pascal fatigue. I am tired of Pedro Pascal fatigue, and this is the best Doctor Doom voice that that Robert Downey could do. It's okay. There's all this stuff going on, dude. Ian McKellen, I feel bad for him, bro. The man needs to just relax. I feel like they're using the guy. I don't know, man. It just feels wrong. This is the trailer everybody made a big deal about. And it all looks like bad CG. It does not look good. Look at that. it doesn't look good. We all saw this where he stops the hammer with the two fingers. It looks terrible. It's so out of nowhere. Like, I mean, you read the comics, we all know the buildup with Doctor Doom, and they do a good job with him in the comics, but the way they handled it in the MCU movies, it just feels like a gimmick. It just feels like totally out of nowhere. Yeah, he brings the Sentinels to life. Like, I don't care, dude. I don't like the X-Men anymore, so that doesn't do anything for me. Um, oh, you must have bad taste. Fuck you, dude. I'm allowed to feel the way I feel. I don't give a shit if you say it's good or bad taste, man. It's called subjectivity. Avengers Doomsday. See it in Infinity Vision. What does that mean? So dumb. So dumb. Really, guys? This is what everybody's excited for? I don't know. Yeah, I looked up our Robert Downey Jr. overall made like 435 million. God knows what he's going to get from this movie. Did he really have to do this? No. We all know he's doing it for the money. Which is fine. But for all of you acting like this is going to be the next best thing, I don't know. You people need to fucking stop. Like, you could say, oh, well, you're just a DC fan. It's like, yeah, but I mean, do you watch my videos? Do you not see how honest I am about how I feel? I'm a DC fan, but you will hear me say that I think the DCU right now is trash. Now, of course, I stretch things like I love the Supergirl behind the scenes stuff, but I don't like the movie. You know what I mean? Like, I could honestly, as a DC fan, still say that the stuff that they're producing is shit. You see what I'm going with that? You see where I'm going with that? I'm a DC Comics fan, first and foremost. That's important to establish. I like my Marvel comics too. You know what I mean? But I read more DC, like mathematically as well. Comic book roundup, but I looked at it one time, my statistics of what I read, and Marvel is like number 2, DC is number 1, Image Comics is like number 4, I think, or number 3, I forgot what it was. So like, just on a mathematical thing, like DC, I read more DC comics. But all I'm saying is, dude, like, these movies they're making are bad. The TV shows, Lanterns is bad. Why are you people pushing this so hard? Why do you not want to let go? I feel like it's easier for a comic book fan to let go of this stuff because, like, it's like, if you stop making these movies, it wouldn't affect my life because I read the comics. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got lots of comics that I read, lots of comics that I could go back to. I guess maybe people don't want to let go because they just watch the movies and stuff, and that's all they ever done, and it's all they're ever going to do. So, like, they don't want that to end. But, if you have, like, another avenue of this kind of stuff, like actually reading the comic books or anything else, like, I think life would be just fine without all these new movies and TV shows. And even if you want to itch, like, you just watch the old stuff, I just think it needs to end. Why aren't more people calling for this to end? Why? I mean, it's the excuses, like the kids, that's one thing. But my channel mostly aims my sights at the adult audience that's still salivating out of the mouth for this stuff. Now, I fell in that trap with DC stuff, a couple of the movies. I fell into the trap, I'm not going to lie about it. I did like Superman 2025, so I'm not perfect. I know a lot of people don't like that movie. But I said in my previous video, finish Man of Tomorrow, fire James Gunn, fire Peter Safran, and if you bring back Snyder to make the Snyderverse, go ahead. I love David Cornsweet, but after what James Gunn did to everything, I just want to forget about it, honestly. And Lanterns is salt in the wound. And everybody is acting the same about lanterns. You criticize lanterns already, they jump on you about it. Oh, you got bad taste. Oh, what are you talking about? This is the best written thing DCU has ever done all this time. Like why is this always the first reaction of the masses for this stuff? You know, it's actually quite interesting, the psychology behind it. And I guess you could reverse that. You could say, why is it that there's people like me where my first reaction is, it sucks? You know, that's a whole other thing. But, you know, I'm watching The Punisher. That's a video for another day. Fantastic show. I love it. I'm hooked. Berthenol has me captivated. The guy who plays Billy Russo, Jigsaw, has to be one of my top favorite villains now that I've ever watched. The guy who plays Billy Russo, Jigsaw, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Is that bad taste? Is that bad taste? Huh? Is that bad taste that I like The Punisher season 1 and 2 now? Do I have bad taste because I think Billy Russo, that actor, and John Berthenol are a million times better actors than the shit people that they're putting in the movies, like as the main people, right? If you told me Tom Holland, Spider-Man, or give John Berthenol a Punisher movie, I'd tell you, give me John Berthenol any day of the week. Give me the guy who plays... What's the actor who plays Billy Russo? Let me look that up. Billy Russo actor. Punisher. Ben Barnes. Give me Ben Barnes any day of the week over Tom Holland, bro. This guy, man, he's got the twinkle in the eye, man. He is amazing. He is amazing. Like, I just love the character development that they put into these two in this. And wow. I don't, this is another subject for another video. You know, but and here was something that was great, and season 2 ended and they didn't make a season 3. Why? You know, that's questionable. That, you know, I'll find out. I didn't finish season 2 yet. Yeah, this is crazy, man. He was packing that machine gun with that 2 clips like that. Oh, man. Unbelievable show. If you haven't watched Punisher with John Berthenol, which a lot of people haven't, believe it or not, I'm finding that out. A lot of people missed out on it. I skipped out on it because I wasn't into it at the time. I was kind of busy with school, and I don't think I was mature enough, actually, to really appreciate it at the time. When did Punisher come out? Punisher Netflix release date. Oh, 2017 it came out? Wow. That was almost 10 years ago now. So I was about like 18, 17. I wasn't mature enough to appreciate it. But now, as a 28-year-old adult, Punisher is... John Berthenol is the Punisher from the comic books. And Barnes is by far one of the best villains I've ever seen develop on screen. A villain that the Punisher created, the way they did it, absolutely beautiful. One of my top shows now, and I can't wait to make a video about it one of these days. But, like, you know, I am not getting that from Lanterns. I am not getting that from the Doomsday trailer that I just saw. And after how I felt about Brand New Day, I really don't feel anything for Doomsday. But yeah, dude, I can't wait to finish Punisher. Although I can't, you know, I've been spreading it out a bit, and I don't want it to end. I just love this show so much. I'll be sad when I'm finished with it, really. All right, guys, so you got my thoughts of Doomsday, Punisher, overall, zeitgeist of how I feel about this stuff. Like, subscribe, comment as you see fit, and have a good rest of your day, guys.
Allowing me to use these arms to jack off up to 4 of my homies without me actually being gay.